Hey, I will talk just a bit until Facebook will create some audience. So first of all, happy 2017, right? For people that have resolutions, I wish you the fulfillment of them, and those that are just, I don't know, carry on with full speed from 2016, continue that great work. So, how are we? We've got somebody already? Okay. So, today I want to talk about, as you saw in the description, about an exercise that I call it lizard blades. Okay? So lizard blades is an exercise which is part of the curriculum of On the Floor, which is a program that is based on the principles of ageless motion. Okay? So lizard blades. What do I mean by lizard blades and for what it's good? So lizard blades is good to protect your wrist from fracturing. The statistics are really alarming, especially of old people or women in menopause that fall on outstretched hand like that. Right? You just fall. It doesn't have to be from a 6th floor or something. It's here, you stumble and you fall, and you have an outreached hand, and all the energy collapses here. So here what's happening, all the weight of the body, everything goes to here, and it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't dissipate. So the ligaments and the bones here, right? You've got the radius, you've got the ulna, and the connection with all the tiny bones here, something goes wrong. And the statistics are really alarming. And why, if you can prevent it? So now it's going to be a very general overview on how to protect the wrist. It's especially for you ladies, but also men can fracture the, right? Teenagers can do it, and children that all the bones here are being with a growth plate. So we said children, but mostly menopause women, or even before menopause, when you've got a bit of osteoporosis going on here, and thus the quality of bone is not so strong to sustain such an impact, or older people. So the idea here, we're applying it if our body, right, is in the center of a circle of 360 degrees. I'm talking about applying it in the first 90 degrees, okay? 90 degrees, right? Other than that, it's going to be something else, maybe a back roll. But when we talk about the first 90 degrees, right, here, you can apply the lizards, okay? So, how does it work? It works in a way, and we will talk about, it looks like that. You're going to fall, so instead of doing this, right, and then you can break here or here, you're doing this. So this is the end position, right? It's like a lizard that crawls. This is anyway very good for your back, okay? It's a very natural movement, very, very natural movement. So you end up here, okay? This is a position you need to be very comfortable, because this is the position that you need to find yourself in. And all the projection and all the things that I'm going to talk should lead you to this position, okay? So when I say to this position, it's not only in the space, it's the sensation that you get when you're in this position, okay? So you really need to get familiar with all the sensation that we're talking about. So this is the end position. Okay. So, you know, in the industry, it's very, very popular, the burpee, right? The burpee will be something like that, maybe like that with a jump. But the main idea is you've got that push-up and the squat and the jump, right? But this is something that if you apply in real life when you fall, you will break the wrist, okay? You will really break the wrist. I don't know how many, but probably 10% of women between 40 and 65 break their wrist, okay, in their lifetime. So you don't want to do that. Now, for the people with the sharp eyes, if you saw this, this is something that I bought already in Israel. So this is something that it's like at least 13 years old. This is a sword, a Japanese sword. It's made out of wood. In Japanese it's called boken. And the boken is an instrument that you can use, the samurai use it, in order to train and not kill their friends. Okay? But all the principles of a samurai sword is there. And the most important element of it, okay, there are two. But the most... This is live! This is live! So, the most important element of this is the blade, okay? And the shape. It's like, if you will see it, it's not completely, the line is not completely straight. It's a bit curved. Now, if you will imagine a circle, that this is part of its radius, imagine how big the circle is going to be, right? It's going to be bigger than a, how do you call it, a big wheel in the circus, right? Or you're going to the fair and you have that huge wheel, whatever its name. This is bigger than its radius. So another thing that you may relate is an egg, right? Today I read again the book, the short book of Dr. Seuss. Horton sits on an egg, okay? And Horton sits for how many weeks on an egg? And in order for Horton to sit on an egg and not break it, right? It's due to the shape of the egg, right? The egg has this sort of a shape that allows the distribution of the pressure. It allows the dissipation of the pressure. Now, it's a nice story how it relates to the lizard blades. So our hand could be like this. Our hand could be straight, and then it's very vulnerable when it's straight, okay? But it could be slightly curved, okay? Slightly curved. So the center of the sword will be at the elbow, something like that, okay? And there is also the blade, right? Blade. So the blade could do also a whoosh. A whoosh. Okay. So now the hand is connected to the body. It is. Let's integrate. And everything is, as we know in edges motion, is led by the center. Okay? So the center relates to the floor. Okay? So we're sliding. We will talk about several ideas, but still remember it's only an overview of the lizard blades. The center goes to the floor with the idea of the dynamic balance. What's the dynamic balance? I'm not trying to stop the fall. I'm not trying to maintain the center of mass just where, right, beneath my legs. I'm saying I'm falling, that's okay. I'm going to bring my center, right, and bring it into, right, this end position. In Hebrew we call it sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. The end, right, sof maaseh, the end product, the end result, the way that everything is being finalized have been thought before, okay? In science, in physiology, in neurology, we have a concept that is called anticipatory, right? That is, you anticipate things and you build, right? You've got the brain and it builds all kind of, in this respect, motor programs, all kind of action. You activate muscles in the way that it will support you, right, in order to do all the activity. So you anticipate. So here, you anticipate what to do in order to reach that lizard. So we start with the center, and you will see we've got all kind of, we don't have time now to talk about everything. There is the idea of the center that we talked about in other ages motion clips, right? You've got a tucking of the pelvis, you've got a sensation of expansion, you've got other elements, right? The main idea is that you bring your attention to here, right? That is where the hips are located. And it's like you're folded from there. And if you bring your attention to there, right, and not from here, in the West culture, everything is here, right? And when you fall from high, and this is the, right, there's a video that I did about how to fall backwards on ice, right? So I showed her, it's not from here, it's from here, okay? So the center is one element, okay, of the lizard blades. Another thing is how to connect the blade, okay? The blade, another thing, is not here. Here, everything stops and breaks. You fall and you break here because all the energy goes here, right? So instead of this, you do like the sword, like the blade. So instead of this, you've got a bit of rotation. You see this rotation? You've got this, do like me, bring the hands, and rotate it, and voila, you've got a blade, okay? So from here, you rotate a bit, whoop. You can't rotate too much, you don't need to, okay? You rotate just about that the little finger, the pinky, is there, right? At the center, right here. Now there is also the shape, right? It's not straight, it's not like that. You can start from straight and then give it a small angle, right? It's a sensation that you can learn to acquire. Now, how do you connect the center that is projected to the floor to this motion? You do it with the serratus anterior. It's a muscle that you can up. Look what I'm doing here. The shoulders just come out. Look, I'm just doing here. I'm not changing here the flexion. I'm just bringing the shoulders up, out, and come back. It's not a lot, okay? But that's a way that you can bring the energy from the floor through the center and bring it into that blading sensation. So, you're falling, you're not from high, you're from low, you're sliding into it, okay? You try to use as much as you can the muscles, take that energy with the muscles and not the kinetic energy. You're falling and you're doing this with a blade, not like that, with a blade, right? Two blades. And then, what did we say? That was the lizard. That was the lizard blades. So, what we said about the lizard blades. We've got a lot of people, mainly women, between 40 and 60, that fall. Let's say 10% of all new women, 40 to 60, are breaking the wrist. It's avoidable, right? You can slide, you can use, and this is a beautiful exercise that you can apply in life, because this is truly a whole body movement. It's natural, okay? It's natural movement. It really requires, it's not like a standard burpee that, you know, you're going here and a push-up and a jump. It's nice to activate, right, the lungs and the cardio and everything. But this is really something that really moves the way that the body was meant to move. This is something that when you will fall, you will, if you will do this pattern, this is what will probably happen when you will fall. You will maybe have a nasty scratch, but believe me that peeling a bit of skin is nothing like a year, 2 years, even 3 years of disability, right? I had a friend, he's a masseuse, she fell, and for 2 years she wasn't able to work. And she didn't even fracture. She had a rupture in the ligaments in this area. So many women. It's just something that you can add into your existing exercise, okay? This is something that is supernatural. And when I say supernatural, I mean also that is you can reduce like that all kind of backaches and things like that, okay? You think here, right? You think from here where you want to finish. You want to finish here, okay? Another small thing, the movement, it's not only blade like that. It's a movement that goes like that, in a way. It doesn't stop, okay? The sensation goes, right? This is the hand, the center is here, and it just goes like that, right? This type of thing. So, I would really love to hear what you're saying about this exercise. If you would like to get more points, you're very welcome to enter into the mailing list, agelessmotion.com. You get in the page, somewhere in the middle you've got enter into the mailing list, right? Great content, and keep on the good work. So this was the first day of 2017. A great exercise that you can add to your workout. Save your wrist and do something, you know, that your body was really meant to. So that was Eidon Mugilna, Ageless Motion. See you next time.